Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I have a tutorial on this look. The makeup itself is actually very wearable. We have a thick wing, a mauve lip, and I've mixed some warmer and cooler tones. I have accessorized this look to the nines, so it reads as quite evening and maybe a bit promish, but you can wear it wherever you like. I hope you enjoy. My hair is about to change quite drastically, so let's quickly chat about that. I'm going for a very high ponytail, very sleek, with a voluminous tail. So start by straightening your hair. We want to achieve the sleek hair level 9000. And now for the ponytail. A hairdresser once taught me that the best way to achieve a sleek pony is to tie the hair up as you would normally, and then hairspray the scalp area. Then take a teasing brush and brush any of those bumpy areas back. I used to call this a teasing comb, and then someone in the comment section in one of my previous videos went off. YouTubers nowadays, it's called a teasing brush, not a teasing comb. So don't make that mistake on the internet. You will hear about it. Okay, so you're going to get this mass of hair building up at the base of the ponytail. That means you're doing it right. So then remove the elastic and smooth everything over again with your teasing brush and retie. Now, the more you repeat this process, the better that ponytail will look, but let's be real, I always lose patience after about the second round. That'll do. I'm at the stage in my life where I'm embracing my baby hairs, so I'm just going to massage the hairline with the fingers and let them run free and be one with the world. You could totally leave the hair right here, but I'm actually going to add a false ponytail. I was Googling fake ponytails at like 3 a.m. in the morning, and I found this one. It's just synthetic, but it's long and voluminous, and I think it adds a lot of glam to this look. You will definitely need a proper adult for this task, so I roped in the adultiest adult I know, my mother. She is very efficient at adulting. She worked her magic, and voila, the hairpiece is on. I just wanted to point that process out so that you guys didn't think that I had grown a foot of hair in about 2 weeks. Not possible, despite what YouTube may tell you. On to the makeup, and let's get the standard bits out of the way. Prime your face and your eyes however you please. Just make sure that you add some eye primer to the lower lash line because we'll be applying quite a bit of product there too. I'm then correcting my under eye circles. I have no idea why my eye circles are so pronounced right now. It looks as though I've never slept ever. They label this a concealer. I use it as a corrector because the tone is very salmon. Potato, potato. For foundation, I'm going for my usual dewy base. Every single time I wear this mix of products, I just think to myself, I am having such a good skin day, but it's actually a good foundation day. I find that this builds very well on dry skin without getting cakey, so that's what I'm going to do. Build to a fuller coverage to attempt to get the skin looking perfect. Perfect-ish. That's good enough for me. This look is actually rather sculpty, so I'm going to take one of my favorite light reflective concealers and create a strong triangular highlight under the eyes. I'll also add a little bit to the chin to make the chin look a little bit more prominent. I like to add a little bit between the brows because it makes the eyes look more wide set. I don't think that the purpose of makeup is to change your face entirely, but that said, I find that this sort of highlight and contour routine really does picture well in photos. To set the under eyes, we're using a light yellow powder to retain that brightness under the eyes. I find that sometimes translucent powders can sort of dull a highlight. I will use a translucent powder on the rest of the T-zone, just to take down a little bit of that shine because my foundation is super dewy. Now for the eye makeup. This eye look has some rose gold shadows, but it's also got some cool mauve tones. So first, I'm going to take a dusty rose shade as a transition, so applying that above the crease. Onto a medium warm brown and nestling that deeper into the socket, so below the transition shade. I am attempting to create the illusion of a deeper socket here. I do not have one naturally, but haha, that's what makeup's for. Now going in with a smaller crease brush and a slightly deeper brown for just a touch more definition at the outer corners. If you have defined sockets, you can probably skip this step, but again, my eyelids are heavy, I can hold a lot of shading. I also quite like to add a bit of depth on the inner socket, just to push that crease area back. For the lid, I had a very specific shade of rose gold in mind. Now I own at least, 4,673 rose gold eyeshadows, so I should have something that I had in mind, right? Wrong. I kept layering until I even confused myself, so do check the description box. I get a little bit neurotic at times, but the moral of the story is put a rose gold eyeshadow on the eyelid. Okay, great. Eyeliner time. This is actually the most distinctive part of this look. So across the lash line, I'm going to keep the liner soft and hazy. So to do that, I use a black pencil liner and soften the edges with a brush. Also, tight line while we're at it. Now, you and I want to nerd out with you over the shape of this wing. So unlike most modern wing liners that extend in a straight line, the wing today has more of a flirty mod shape. So that's characterized by quite a strong curve. Now, if I do this freehand with gel liner, I will 100% make a mess of it. Instead, I like to draw out a wedge with the pencil and just get that angle right first. And now it's easy to fill in with a gel liner, make it crisp. I just wanted to experiment with a different shape of liner and create something thicker than I would normally do. Now, if I make mine too thick, it tends to cut into the hood of my eye, and that's when eyeliner starts to get a bit wobbly. So I kind of avoid that area altogether. For the lower waterline, I'm using a brown pencil, not a black. I find that this is far more flattering on my eye shape, but you can use a black if you prefer. Just a touch of lower lash line shading with that medium brown eyeshadow, not too much. Final step for the eyeshadow, just a little golden shimmer on the center of the lower lash line. I just love to see a little bit of sparkle peeking out from the lashes. You can totally skip false lashes with this look. It is not mandatory at all, but I do love some dense lashes at the outer corner with a winged eyeliner look. I find it really completes that almond effect. Nothing OTT though, I just chopped up some Ardell Wispies. These do have a slightly elongated shape and they're not too dense. Perfect. For the brows, I gave my regular bushy textured routine a skip for once and went for more of a minimal understated brow. You know how I feel about brows, I find them kind of boring to watch, so let's keep going. Now the lash glue is dry, a quick coat of mascara and a little on the lower lashes too. For the lips, I started with Saw Lip Pencil. I always joke with my friends that Saw is kind of like a chameleon. It looks totally different depending on the face. So on me, it's quite a deep and warm mauve. I also added just a touch of Purple's lip liner to the center of the lips for a little extra vibrancy. So earlier I said this look was sculpty, now we sculpt. I'm using the Burberry contour pen. I reviewed this in a recent video, I will link that on the screen. Since we went for a fuller coverage, the face does look quite flat. So I'm being quite generous with that Burberry contour pen and buffing it out really well with a synthetic brush. I've given blush a skip because you know me, I can easily go without blush, but I never skip highlight. This one is by Hourglass. It's a very elegant and sophisticated shimmer, not chunky or glittery at all. I'm applying to the cheekbones and also to the apples of the cheeks. While I'm there, a little bit on the chin, inner tear duct, tip of the nose, all over the face, you know how it goes. So together this is quite ballroom, high society, evening, promish, whatever you want to call it. If you want to see it with some of my regular clothing, here you go. Pairs really well with everyday clothing as well. So I feel a little bit scattered in this voiceover. I'm not entirely sure why. Probably over-caffeinated, that'd be it. I really hope that you enjoyed the tutorial nonetheless. Come say hello on Instagram. I love to chat to you guys there. I hope you have a wonderful day and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye-bye.